What is up, YouTube? Today we have a unique video by me, that one guy D. We all remember when we first started playing DBD, and if you were anything like me, you thought you were pretty good. Well, I could tell you, I was not. I remember maining Wraith and thinking that I could play against anybody. Thought I was really, really good. Got to Eerie 1, or today's equivalent to Eerie 1, and I decided I was gonna join the Community Showdown and test myself against seasoned players and see how we did. And did not go well. But today's video, we're going to be reviewing that game, as well as me playing a game using the same build with the same parameters, trying to go to the same map, same add-ons. And as you see, pretty decent build, especially 2 years ago. Now, not so much, but still. But it's the first time I've ever done something like this. But I was wanting to see what 4K hours that one guy D thinks about, a couple hundred hour that one guy D's gameplay, and just kind of break down some old footage. So I've never done anything like this before. I hope you like it. Let's hop right in. All right, so here we are about to react to one of my first actually competitive setting type games. We've come a long way since then, as this goes back almost 2 years ago. We're gonna see how it goes, and look at the growth first and foremost, you know, in the stream quality. Well, that's a whole nother topic, but let's look at the actual gameplay, and I'm excited. So let's hop right in.
To read chat as I see y'all popping off.
I am going to turn it down a little bit, but
all right,
that mic is awful.
Let's see what happens.
So I'm playing Wraith. Let's look at the build. So the build we're running here. So I had to go back and like fast forward it to see what add-ons I was running. I was running Swift Hunt and or not Swift Hunt. What am I talking about? I was running Windstorm, and the one that makes you uncloak faster, is that Swift Hunt? I don't know. But either way, 2 purple add-ons. The build, not bad for 2 years ago DBD. Barbecue, Corrupt, Thana, and Huntress Lullaby. So let's see how this game plays. Let's go ahead and let this run for a bit. Okay, so bad totem spawn.
Spot. That's going to get cleansed immediately.
All right.
Cleansed immediately. There they are.
Okay, so I find 2 people. I'm really shaky.
1 hit.
Quick first hit. We'll take that.
That's fine.
Okay. Game was so dark then. Oh, do you remember the old Dead Hard? Oof. Oof. It looks so bad compared to now, right?
Got her.
Okay. Not a bad first down.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. 1.
So somebody's right here. There was 2 people there. It looked like maybe a sprint burst. So I lost them. Oh, there they are.
We'll go this way.
Super unsure of how to play. Like I said, maybe I had a couple hundred hours, maybe. Okay, okay.
I hit. Fuck.
I could have swung at that, gotten a hit.
Okay, I'm spending too much time on this.
So that loop there is not difficult to like work through. So the fact that I was struggling there is not good. There was somebody here. Nice. Okay. So I opt to go after who I had just hit on that gen.
He was going right here. I thought he was going to go. That was bad.
The deception. Right in my face. That's a Chad move there. My tracking's decent.
Got him. Got him. They're already healed.
Ugh. Now I wonder, do I see them? Because of where they came from pretty much right in front of me. Do we see them here?
Got him.
They're down that runway, aren't they?
They're already healed.
We'll go back one more time. We'll go back one more time. We'll run it back. Hold on, hold on. I'm going to put it in slow motion. See if we catch it real quick. Okay. That was a little too far. All right, so as we're sitting here, we get the... Look at this. Right here. That little gremlin is on the ramp. So this is back when I used to not be a Survivor player. I didn't know how to use flashlights like I do now. And they used to make me so mad. So mad. And I don't even... I see her feet too. Oh, that's painful. Oh.
Fuck.
So mad. So mad.
Fucking entire tourney.
I was not happy. I was not happy. I remember thinking, like, in my head that I was, like, losing the tournament right there. Because the idea was to do potentially 3 games, and whoever won, like, between Survivor and Killer side, got that round, right? You had to get more than 2 kills.
How was that not a hit? How was that not a hit? That should have been a hit, chat.
DBD doing DBD things. Actually, was kind of big-brained.
Was another hit.
He had just finished healing, too.
Fuck, man.
So I'm not really getting any value of Athena, right? Not really keeping people injured. And a lot of these loops I'm trying to, like, mind game at, but, you know, at this time, like, when you're playing against these are survivors, for me at the time, like, you just got to break this, right? You can't really mind game that. You got to force the throw. So right now we're sitting on 1 hook. This is before they had that, you know, tracker that they do now. So this is at 1 hook with 3 gens up. Shouldn't have swung at that. I wouldn't hit that in a million years.
This guy's... Fuck me, man.
So now I'm getting in my head, right? Because this was the first time I'd really been, like, quote-unquote tested, right? I'd never really played against people like this. So I'm trying to bait the dead hard.
Worth it.
Nice. We did lose another gen, though.
Down, it's fine. We've only got 1.
I used to call them Jennies. That's so funny. I should have went basement there. Okay, you hear them to the
I
right.
didn't realize Killer Shack was right there.
I saw them over. So look at this. This just shows you how good my eyes are now compared to when I first started playing this game. Look right. So go.
Where's she at? I didn't realize Killer Shack was right there.
Watch. Watch right. We'll slow this down in case people missed it. I definitely did not have the eyes I do now to train for it. She's right here. She's right there. It's crazy that I caught that now, but then I was so lost.
Where's she at there?
Instead, wind up finding somebody else. Here. Ania. And then run and shack. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so I vault inward. They run long wall. Which a lot of new killers don't know how to run, like,
this is the first
play against them.
I think I've seen work the entire map. I can't. I'm not going to get to her.
So we've only got 2 hooks.
Oh, this is not good, chat.
Was that a sprint burst? I think so. Yeah, that was sprint.
She had sprint burst.
So I should have broken this in that chase earlier.
Up top. Wraith are just not getting good. There went Huntress Lullaby. There's
Somebody
fucking Jenny, I'm fucked.
Jumped into that locker, I think.
This match is a GG.
But I heard that, but maybe not.
This one.
Yeah, that they were greedy. I really was so hesitant. My movement's so, like, people don't I think underestimate how good, like, and smooth your movement gets as you get, like, more.
Every fucking map, dude.
As you get more experience, your movement around the map gets better, and my movement was not great. That's a lot of the reason why a lot of these chases went so bad for my movement was so poor. So we're still sitting at only 2 hooks, by the way.
Come on.
Everybody fully healed, 0 Thana value. Okay. And this is back when Thana did work. Did work on injured. I mean, you were getting, I think it like slowed down everything. I think it was like 5% slowdown per survivor. on
They
everything.
keep coming back to the killer shack. I can't get them on the killer shack.
They dead hard for distance.
There it is.
Trying to mind game it, you know, mind game that. You knew they were going for a window. I should have. That makes me crazy. It's painful to watch. It really is. Like, you see the mistakes and little like micro things that I'm not managing.
And they just fucked it.
And I was so hard on myself. So they're on that door. I think I only get 3 hooks out of this game.
100%.
It was like an awakening for me because I was in my world where I didn't really lose in pub matches. So when I get put against actual good survivors,
I'm not winning this one.
it was tough, really tough. Oh, back when Hatch used to spawn.
Like I said, it was either gonna go really good or really bad. So
Yeah. The clicks used to make me so mad. Like, there was a lot. I was so upset. Look at that face. Look at that face. Little baby face. No long hair. Yeah. So the build that I ran, I thought was a fairly decent build, and I think we could win with that even nowadays, right? So let's look. We've got their builds really aren't that bad. Vigil, Sprint Burst, Leader will make it. Okay. Dead Hard, Detectives, DS, back when DS was good. Inner Healing, not that bad. Power Struggle, Flip Flop, Tenacity, I respect it. Dead Hard. A lot of these players, I think I want up Joshi and Constance. I want to being friends with afterwards. The other two I didn't really interact with much after this, but like, you respect the build. Quick and Quiet, Deception, Pebble, like Iron Will. You know, I get that. These builds weren't overly strong. We just definitely allowed ourselves to get rattled. Once that flashlight save happened, it was game over for my old self, right? Like, there was nothing I could do from there. They just, you know, they took advantage of the fact that I wasn't ending chases quickly. I didn't really have very much slowdown or much any pressure whatsoever. And this was old Wraith, you know, so not near as good as Wraith is now, but still a lot of things, and I'm sure anybody can agree watching that. There was a lot of things that were rough there. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to play a game using the same perks, same add-ons, and we're going to see how effective it is and see if I can win with it and just see the difference in how we play now versus how we played then. So let's hop right into the game. And if you like what you've seen today, please make sure you like, comment the video, and subscribe to the channel. But let's go get into that game. All right, so I did bring a map offering to try to replicate a similar map to what it was we faced in that first game that we just witnessed. So we're looking to see if we can win with this. Obviously, pooks are a little bit different. There was somebody over there. Perks a little bit different, and not as much as they. Oh, there should have been a hit, but that's fine. Good read on her part. Good, she takes that. That's okay. And we did that. Nice. That was a good little moonwalk there. Definitely not anything I ever saw when I played before, so, or did when I played before. So we've got Hook here. They found my Huntress Lullaby in the far corner of the map. Wow, I'm impressed. So now we're not even really doing it. We're just taking chase. Didn't even have to cloak, so. I do feel like there was somebody else over here. But we'll go ahead and cloak, see what happens. And fine, make them hold that W key. Heal vault. Yep, they always do. Ooh, that was close. We should get him on this, though. Oh! Greedy. Greedy. Good for him. Guy pulled the fast one on me. That was impressive. Do we know who's in here? That's fine. Go all the way around there? That quick? Okay. Okay, interesting. I expect him to have dead hard. The fact that he didn't actually kind of threw me off. Alright, so as you see, we've already got 2 hooks, which is way better than we did before. And that was even with a decent chase from this guy here. We'll kick this, set it back. Windstorm should make a zoom. We see somebody else over here in the distance. They can have that main building. She did vault it. I did not expect her to vault that. Wow. Okay. Nice. Okay. 1 person unhooking. 1 person down. We know where 3 people are, so... As you can see, like, the difference is... The management is so much better compared to back then to now. We're not really getting a ton of volume, and we do have... a little bit. I was going to go after her. There we are. Oh, we are. Nice. We're obviously staying away. Okay, this guy's trying to take the hit. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. That was really unusual, so we're on our 4th hook. We should begin to see somebody. Yep, there they are. And we know he's over this way. He's pretty good on pallet, so we'll let him go ahead and just use it. Should have been a hit, but, you know, DBD. But, you know, DBD. I probably didn't even need to do that. I would have been fine. That's so unfortunate. Alright, so... let's see. I think we're definitely seeing the value, though, of over 4,000 hours to a couple hundred. Alright, we'll come over here, because we know that they've been back and forth. Pressure the gen a little bit. I thought it might be the Claudette over there, but it wasn't. They should have thrown that sooner. It would have forced me to do something with it. We're going to be out of the game real soon. Throw it. That's fine. Make her have to do the... oh. Okay. Good job. We'll get that hit. Tracking without sound. Clutch. Okay. Alright. So we'll go ahead and go down here. That's weird that we have a hook directly above basement. That's not normal. But we'll take advantage of basement here. And they definitely took aggro, so that way their friend would stay in the game. I wonder where they went. They come over here? We'll kick it, set it back. I'm really shocked we have not seen another gen go. I feel like we should be pretty close to that. Maybe that back corner over here to the right? Nobody showed up on barbecue. So, it was really unusual, I guess. Ah, Claudette. Nice. She take the vault? She does. And she goes down. Nice. So I always listen there for the vault, just to be safe. Push him off the gen. And we'll get the hook here. Here we go. She should have came back. Weird, but okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. So we know one's over there. We could probably just go down basement, I would say, right? I'm shocked they weren't in there. Gens before friends, I guess. That's a GG for them. We've got Claudette on first hook. Run out this way. I really didn't want to go after her, but she's right here, so that's fine. That's fine. We'll leave the boon up for now. We'll see what he does. Yeah, that was pretty easy. You can actually swing over that and hit him if they hug it too close. And he tried to, and then vaulted instead and went down. So, the boon is allowing them to heal immediately. This game is over, though. I mean, we win this game every day of the week. We have somebody... I think Claudette has distortion. If I had to guess. Alright. Well played. Well played. That was probably better time than the last one you had. I heard somebody. Does he throw it? He does. I can respect him going for it. I was listening there, not really seeing anything. Okay. Very interesting. He was not prepared. Oh, I wanted that so bad. It's okay. He's going to throw every pallet now. Any means. Interesting. Ooh, we got lucky on that. So now we can come over here and just walk her down at this point. We knew she was going to kind of float around this. Wasn't sure if she was 100% going to commit or not. She is so weird how she runs. So she vaulted with quick and quiet. Would have had her, and then she vaulted back. Okay. Now they're just being aggravating. Did you think that was going to work? No. Not going to work. Come on. Come on. Game's over. We know the Claude is somewhere over here. But if you were to go off the rules of that first thing I ever did, we just won the game, right? Three kills. Nobody else close by. Claude out here. Vibing. Probably in a locker, to be honest. No hat shears on main. Nope. Check the little hut. Nope. Close it out this way, maybe? Quite a possibility. Crazy. Not in any of the main places it normally spawns on this map. Usually it'll spawn in one of those, but... here we go. So now it's a matter of finding the... Oh, these doors are awful. I will grab this, though. Look at that. Complete opposite ends of the map. Crazy. If they're on that door, they get it. Maybe not. I'm amazed. We kind of scan and look. Don't see anybody. We'll come back. There she is. Yeah. Okay. And now you see the difference between a couple hundred hours, somebody who thought they were really good at the game against decent survivors, and now you see 4,000 hour player against decent survivors. Same build, and I would argue that this build is not near as good as it once was. Corrupt not being the same, Dana not being as effective, Barbecue not really ran as much, Hunter's Lullaby, I mean, you never get value from it, so. But there's the game, and GG's to these gamers.